Hello, people. It's Friday, the 20th of December. We're moving into Christmas time. Cheers. This is this is the second time I'm making the video because it just wonked out on me for some reason. But I need to address this again. If some of you may have seen my before I got to it, a post this morning. I only needed to read the first part of it before I deleted it. I didn't read it because these people are full of shit. And I have done nothing to anyone. Nothing. Okay, so whatever he started to say was a lie. And these people keep it up, if you really have anything legitimate, which you don't, step out of the shadows and show yourselves. I'll take you to court. Okay, that's enough of this shit, okay? I'm the one with the facts, not you people. Let me make that clear also for all the rest of you people, my harassers. If they keep pushing it, they step out of the shadows, I'll sue them, okay? Okay, it's just clear harassment, and it's pretty out of pocket. These people are nuts. So let's move forward, okay? It was great to hear from my uncle yesterday, Greg Higgins. He left a couple of comments. I have never met Greg. He's my dad's younger half brother. I've never met him, but the family discovered the connection a few years back. And my sisters and nephews got to get together with Greg and his family, because they're out in California too. But it was wonderful to see your messages of support and love, and awesome. Excuse me. So, no records that I played yesterday to show you that are new. I just listened to what I showed yesterday, some of it, and enjoyed the Aphex Twin more than I have in a long time, as well as the aorta. It made more sense, the changes in style that happened on the album. And I guess that is James Vincent, but a different name. And the fella that's only time I hear from you is when you have a chunk of information to correct me, which even though it can be a bit irritating just because of human nature, but it's good to get correct information, because I don't want to be, like I said, I'm no expert. But with all this information that you seem to have, why don't you have a channel? Why don't you get on and talk about your collection? Are you a musician? What's your background? Man seems to be, I get the impression it's a man, and he seems to be very knowledgeable. Who are you? Excuse me. So the only thing that I played yesterday, besides watching some documentaries, and I made it through a movie, was this. Danny Hines, Every Island, a guitarist associated with New Age. Again, I'm just using it to help you understand what to expect if you go looking for this album. I highly recommend this album. It is beautiful, relaxing, serene. He plays beautifully. He has a jazz touch, but the music is expansive, and it's like the album starts at sunrise and side one ends at sunset. It's beautiful. And I just happened upon this. I didn't know who he was. As I look at this, it's a promotional copy CD. So that's probably how and why I bought it. It was probably cheap for $1, and said, yeah, I'll give this a shot. Found an artist I really like. Other than that, the main news I have is personal, which is I did finally get the message that my next CD is out for delivery, but I won't receive it until the day after Christmas. But I just need to be patient. I'm looking forward to it. In the meantime, let me just tell you that I'll do a poll, since I don't have anything new to show you down here. I just played the records that I showed yesterday. I played them. Sonicity is selling well. I won't bother to say how many copies I have left. I'll just say that you better grab it while you can. Today is Friday. I'll be going to the post office today. I won't go right away. I'll wait and see and go in the afternoon. If I get some sales today, I'll get those out in the mail today. I missed one, and the person got a hold of me, and I looked back and they said, sure enough, here's one I missed. So you'll be getting yours today. I'll be mailing that out. Plus, I always send the tracking numbers, okay? I had a little bit of a mess up with tracking numbers, too, and I got that straightened out. Okay? See, we have to sit on our truths and what we know to be real, as opposed to people. This is real common because we're social creatures, and also because we're not taught some, I think, vital information about communication. And so people are thrown off guard constantly by what others say. By knee-jerk reaction, we take what others say personally before thinking about it. In general, we do. This is partly why the trolling that I deal with doesn't stop, because they're just typical regular people who don't know any better and just assume I just do it. If I do it hard enough, I'll get them. Boy, what a low human being in the first place. But since I know that, that's a very good defense, and I'll say it again because it is annoying, but it's also like, if the person actually had anything, they would show their face and let me know who they are, because I ain't done shit to nobody. Matter of fact, Omaha is my hometown. I've lived elsewhere, Chicago and Albuquerque and Denver. But this is such my hometown so much that what little mistakes I've made, especially when I was younger, regarding other people and stupid things, I've atoned. That's the word I have. I've made atonements where I know I need to. So I don't have any enemies. I'm just dealing with idiots. You really got something? Show yourself. Take your ass to court. That's what would happen, okay? And you would lose. Do it. You think you got something? Come on. Show your stupid ass. Bothering me for nothing because you don't like black people? Rally around me, people. I'm sick of this shit, okay? This is this mad stuff that we deal with in this world. I'm not having it. I'm getting ready to do a poll because I don't have anything down here to show. I had to start the video again because my shit's getting wonky. I may need a new computer, something. But some of the latest things that I watched yesterday was I finally watched the Michael Jackson Thriller 40 documentary. Okay. Michael Jackson's important to me, and it was a tough watch because Michael Jackson was brilliantly talented and ambitious. And unfortunately, watching the video and seeing him talk as they're working on Thriller and just in general, you can see where he was destined for his trajectory to kill him. Huge financial success, and the pressure that goes with it leads to a total imbalance of life, and you lose your humanity. You're the golden goose. You can get anything you want, and you kill yourself. People kill you, with your fame and success. It's right there. This is indeed one of those ubiquitous albums. Biggest seller of all time. I don't know how many copies of this I've owned, actually. This is not my original copy of this. I don't play it, but I have it. It's important to me. I saw that Jackson tour in '84. I saw the story about where Michael's father insisted on him doing the tour with his brothers. And that led to Michael getting burned because he had to do the Pepsi commercial, which he didn't want to do. And all of that just makes sense to me because it's like when you do to me, it's just, that's why the political situation is so enraging. It's like these people are so out of control and doing such bad stuff, and yet it just goes on. And it's like karma doesn't seem to catch them. But Michael knew he didn't want to do that stuff, and sure enough, it hurt him. I got the picture disc. Yeah. It's worth having. It's important. Amazing artist. Amazing artist. So yeah, that's the main thing from yesterday, and watching some interviews. Monty Moore, who was with Prince, Jimmy Jam, and Terry Lewis. Terry Lewis is from Omaha. And I'll say this again, I've said it years ago, but Terry was a friend of my older brother's. My older brother, amazing musician, really much, when he was at his peak of his powers, my brother James, he played circles around me and everybody on the block, on the bass, the guitar, not on the drums, but on the bass. He was just killer. And I don't know when Terry moved to Minneapolis, but I'm pretty sure a story he tells and attributes to Prince is he's actually talking about my brother James here in North High, where there's this one kid who could just play everything. He was amazing. Then he says it was Prince. But I wonder if he's substituting Prince for my brother, because I wonder if that happened before he moved to Minneapolis. Maybe not, but I know that they were tight and hanging when he was in town, and it was all about the music and bass and stuff. I do very much enjoy hearing the backstories and hearing people tell their lives. And I remember when I was younger thinking that at some point when we're all old, is this what's going to happen? That we'll always be sitting around with our canes and stuff, and back in the day, and that's sure enough what's happening, and I love it. So let me do a poll, because what is that sticking out? Oh, okay. Jay's right there. Michael Jackson. Right before Michael Jackson is Jackson Heights. Lee Jackson from The Nice. I was just talking about him from his work in Refugee. It's a great cover. Probably Hypnosis. Yep. And this is a good album. But it's interesting that Lee attempted to become a solo artist with such a weak singing voice. He doesn't have much control of his voice, and he doesn't have much range. Excuse me, the music is kind of interesting, but the vocals kill it. Which reminds me, somebody asked me about the new Corinne Bailey Rae. I know the woman's good, but I don't follow singers. So her new album is probably good, but if you would just ask me in conversation, I'd just say, well, I'm not really interested. That's good. She made a good record. Good. If I hear it, fine, but I'm not going to seek it out. If you watch enough of my older videos, and I got a bunch of videos, I think you'll catch up on that I'm just slightly left of center in general with my interests in music. But I love good music of all types. But I like adventure too, and just the scope of the world, which is very wide. So we'll just keep it simple. Is that going to be King Crimson? If I go here, it'll be past King Crimson, and what will that be? Let's see what we have. Rahsaan Roland Kirk. I've talked about this. Prepare thyself to deal with the miracle. I've again shared the story where my dad apparently met him at a gig or something, And Rahsaan Roland Kirk came to our home. I was maybe 12 at the time. Unforgettable. Trying to teach my dad how to play with two saxes at once. Here is a 12-inch single by Richard H. Kirk from Cabaret Voltaire. Fear No Evil and Toned. Cabaret Voltaire were, again, pioneers. They were pioneers of sample, cut and paste electronics. Here's another one of his solo albums, Richard H. Kirk. He died not that long ago. The High Fiction is the name of this. So really interesting. This is an artist in many ways who is a precursor to Aphex Twin in many ways, where the music is at first slightly inscrutable and maybe even daunting and a challenge to even listen to. Okay. Let's keep going. Oh shit, this is my M's, but we're going to go here. Is this Man? Oh, I showed this already. So this is Kawabata Makoto. Let's see what else we got. Okay, so let me go here. So much stuff. What haven't I shown? Okay, I'll pull these. And we'll stop here. I'll grab this one. This is an example of the sort of thing that intrigues me, but I can't listen to it a whole lot. Ivo Malek, Sigma, Lumina, etc. on Ina GRM. I've had this forever. It's modern, contemporary, avant-garde music. And this is a difficult listen. I still can't keep this one out, actually, because it's like it's time to familiarize myself with what's going on here. But the section here is that I ended up grabbing is part of my Man, and it's not in order, but Man, the Welsh band, Welsh Connection. Don't play these much, but a couple of their albums I really, really like, and I found this band as a teen, and so it has a nostalgia aspect to it too. Manpower, Revelation. Interesting that this is a white label promo too. For some reason, they thought they needed to put power on the end of the name of the band. Oh, that's right. There's another band called Man out at the time. Later album by Man, All's Well That Ends Well. I think this is live. Yep. It's Roundhouse. Slow Motion. Love that cover. And unless I'm mistaken, I think there was a first edition of this where they showed more of Alfred E. Newman's face, which led to some sort of litigation, I think. Do you know that? Person I was mentioning before? Let us know. Now here's the one that sold me on Man. Be good to yourself at least once a day. It's almost the equivalent of an English jam band. Not quite the Grateful Dead, but they jam, and they jam well. And this has a nice, cool cover. Map of Wales that folds out like this. Isn't that neat? Very nice. Very nicely done. And then the other album of theirs that I really like is this next one. Pardon me, folks. Back into the Future. Yeah. This is another really good album. The title track, Back in Dad's Bag. This is a great album. And what's next? Interesting. So the other poll, we get Richard Kirk from Cabaret Voltaire. Here we get Stephen Mallender from Cabaret Voltaire. Da. So came out in 2019. This is great. This is great. Of the two members, besides Chris Watson, who was in the band originally, Mallender seems to be the one more conventionally focused. Because for a time there, they started making beat records, stuff that you could hear in the clubs. It wasn't bad, but it was like, well, that's way different from the original Cabaret Voltaire, but it was good. Here's one I took a chance on, and this is excellent. Ahmed Malik and Flacco, the electronic tapes. This is a reissue. When I saw the cover, I was intrigued, and it was in the used section at Grapefruit, so I got it. There's the names. I think the story is in here, about this fella. Interesting, and one of those people who is kind of out on his own doing his thing, I'd have to read it again, but this is very good, and surprisingly fresh. Malachi, Holy Music. I think this is, again, way back, maybe. Ooh, okay, good. Okay. This is old, 1969. But the music says here, Evening Vibrations, Wednesday, August 17th, 1966. Liner notes by Allen Ginsberg, who I've met. I've hung out with Ginsberg on 2 different occasions. Interesting man. So again, I would have to play this to remind myself. It's an early venture into East meets West. I think is a fairly quick, easy way to try to describe what's happening here. But again, folks, when I do these polls, it entertains me maybe more than it does you, because it's like I'll be, oh, what is this? Oh, I kind of forgot about that. Okay, it's time to revisit this. And it's good because, again, it keeps me from jonesing about wanting to buy new records. I still want to buy new records, but I'm on a mission now, to get some things done, the car and the house. And I'm on Social Security, so I ain't got no money. That's why when you see me pushing my CDs, besides the music being really good, that income goes towards house repairs and just maintaining. So that's what I have today, folks. You heard what I said already earlier, okay, in the video regarding the low people. If they really got something, show your face. I'll take you to court. This has been going on a long time. It's tiresome. And there's been many people whose lives have been ruined behind lies. I'm not having it. And my background in work in psychiatry and psychology, working with people with legitimate mental health issues and other folks who are just full of shit. I see you. So there it is. Wishing my sister Stephanie good luck with the art. She might have a sale possibly coming up. Someone might actually get someone to buy something. That would be great. It's really good art. That's what I got, folks. It's 24 minutes, okay? Have a good weekend.